What's up guys, I am back with another StarCraft 2 game for you tonight. This one is actually going to be a Masters level, believe it or not. I'm actually got a Masters level replay, and I hope this microphone is in the right position because I just realised how far away it is from me. So, in the top right hand corner we have HoA's very own Valley. I call him Valley all the time. Everybody else calls him Valley, I'm going to call him Valley for the game, otherwise I'm going to get confused. And in the top left hand corner we have MrBitter. Some of you may know him. MrBitter is a pretty good caster, not gonna lie. I do like his casts. He's got one of those voices you just have to like. Bit of exchange, just establishing he is the real MrBitter and that Valley is a fan. Metalopolis, it's an old map, so old. Closer air positions, could see the potential for any kind of Banshee openings, can do a good amount of damage, but at the same time we can see Mutaplay coming out of the Zergon here. Look at the distance. We're gonna go, oh look, I've learnt this control, there we go. All the way across here, and there's like no time whatsoever before the Muteless can get in here and do a lot of damage. Plus there's a lot of dead space that they can get around the back. Trying to shut it down, it can prove to be difficult. We'll have to see what MrBitter is going to go for against Valley in this match. Will be scouted straight away. I don't think Valley will actually get the second supply depot down. Usually what they do, what Terrans are doing nowadays, are they're stopping building the barracks just roughly beforehand, and then just dropping down a supply depot, building it for 3 seconds, and then going back and building this barracks. It effectively just stops any drone coming in. It doesn't mean you have to pull a second SCV off, and it stops any peskiness like this going on. Instead we're going to see MrBitter going to go for a hatch first, I believe it was, yes it was, followed by a spawning pool, and we'll get the gas shortly afterwards, I suspect. Still trying to poke in, see if he can take out this SCV. He will move out the way, I believe. Yes, he will. So now that the Marine's going to be out, though no scout's going to get in. He didn't see if there was any gas. In fact, there is going to be a gas, so we're not going to see any kind of 1-Rex gasless FE in this one. We'll be getting the gas quite early. Indicative of any kind of reactor Hellion opening, maybe. Pretty common. I mean, if you look at the rush distance, these reactor Hellions can get in and do some damage very quickly. Especially if MrBitter doesn't react quickly enough. It's going to put 3 drones in gas straight away. And in the meantime, we can just see Valley, yeah, is going to go for the factory. If he's going to go for reactor Hellion, I suspect that he'd lift up the barracks and just plonk down a reactor on it. In the meantime, get the timings relating on them, so when the factory finishes it can lift off and swap with the reactor on the barracks. Just a neat little timing trick. If you're in the lower leagues, I won't worry about it too much, just get a reactor on it, start building Hellions. I heard they're pretty good. Bit of pressure with the early Marine, not really going to do a lot. It did force a couple of lings, actually forced 6 lings, so not too bad. You see what I mean, he's gonna, no, the timing's a bit off actually. Whether he'll change it or not, he may actually, yeah, he's going to get the first Hellion out first. He's going to put the command center in his main base for now. It just means he can get an orbital up and double produce the SCVs for a while before taking it down here. I mean, it's a bit more risky, especially with a wide open natural like this. If it was more of a closed natural, then yes, he could put the command center on the low ground, but it's just safe to put on the high ground. Zergling's going to poke up, see what they can see. And what did he actually see? He did see the factory and he saw the reactor. Whether he actually suspects reactor Hellions or not is another matter. One Hellion actually going to come out now with a tech lab here on the factory, so going to go straight into the siege tanks. Only going to stick on the 1 Hellion, which may actually... Ooh, MrBitter is actually going to try and sneak some lings up here, see if he can find anything else. Could he catch the Hellion out of position here? He's going to go for it, and he has actually caught it. Will the Hellion get away? I think he will, just about. Nice control from Valley there to get that Hellion escaped. And now we can see a second Rex coming up for Valley. Second gas taken as well. Still only on 1 gas for MrBitter. A couple of roaches coming out now. Thinking there's going to be a few more Hellions than there actually is. And second siege tanks coming on the way now. Oh, I just had dinner again. Why do I always eat dinner just before I start casting? I'm an idiot. For those of you who didn't see it earlier, in a different cast of it, where's it gone? There it is. Check out the eye pistol. Right, anyway, back to the game. Roach's going to come along now to put a bit of pressure on. With the siege tank out though, and this many Marines can easily push this back. I think he has actually seen the roaches as they came along here. He's seen them now, so he's got the SCVs on auto repair on the siege tank to keep that alive, and this has been shut down straight away. He has actually scouted the third base as well for MrBitter, so he knows exactly what's going on here. He knows the amount of roaches. Doesn't actually know anything about gas timings or anything like that, but not a huge deal. A very late speed actually coming up for MrBitter here. And now with 2 siege tanks out and siege tech almost finishing right now, any kind of roach pressure is going to be shut down until he gets a huge swell of roaches come out. And now Vali is perfectly safe to take this expansion, and because he had the expansion up here, he could double produce the SCVs, and he's already got a good number down here. Taking out a scouting overlord is a pretty standard time to send an overlord in, around the 7 or 8 minute mark. You usually get a nice scout on what's happening. Yes, 9 times out of 10 you will lose the overlord, but if you're prepared for that, then you have another one on the way straight away. MrBitter actually thinking an attack's going to come in, produces 20 lings, and actually gets double spine crawlers. Where are they? I've lost the spine crawlers. Why can I not see these spine crawlers, guys? Am I going blind right now? I'm not imagining that. There are spine crawlers. There they are. Actually quite a nice position. They can poke down on any marines coming along here. You can see why I wasn't looking for them there, though. Overlord going to come in and spot the expansion here, and can spot the siege tanks. This one Hellion is actually going to take out some lava, which is not a huge deal. We'll get cleaned up by those 4 Zerglings here. And Roach is just sitting here. I mean, this actually puts a bit of pressure on, because Vali now knows, well, he doesn't actually know that they're there, but if he moves out, these roaches can come in just a slight amount of damage, not a huge amount. A little bit of a misrally there. And actually going to throw down a 3rd command center very early on, whilst getting more production facilities up, getting a factory and a starport up. And we can see the roaches checking for a 3rd here. They're not going to find anything here, and it's actually quite a large supply deficit right now. If we look at the workers, it's only 23 drones at the moment. That's not that many drones. It is now producing 12, but because he was forced to make 20 lings when he thought an attack was coming and when there wasn't, he's so far behind on his drone count right now. And a little bit of pressure coming on for Vali here could actually do quite a amount of damage. See what I mean about the spine crawlers? Up on the high ground can easily poke down onto these units as they come in. But now MrBitter is going to have to get a very nice surround. In fact, he's actually going to go for a counter attack at the same time. See how much damage he can do. But with the SCVs were in hold position, but the lings can get around and will start to take out these siege tanks. At the same time, he's going to siege up on the natural here, and he's in range of the hatchery, so can take that down. Roach is coming up now, but as soon as that tank deploys, SCVs hold the roaches in position and take a huge shot from the siege tank. Moves in closer to the siege tank, so it can't be shot. At the same time, marines are coming straight into the main base of MrBitter here, and it's looking very bad for him. He's only got 2 roaches in the main base of Vali, and he can actually clear that up with the SCVs here. This one roach is going to die here. He's now producing 16 lings, but it's not going to be enough. He wants to be careful not to overstim these marines. Obviously there are no medevacs, so once the HP goes, it is actually gone. Vali's not actually producing anything. Oh no, it was MrBitter that wasn't producing anything. It's going to start clearing them up. Spine Crawl actually gets a kill. If we look at the units tab, it's now 19 drones, and these marines are so low on health. You see what I mean? Instantly died. But he is now only on 1 base, that's key. Vali is still on 2, and his 3rd is, well, it's coming along, just very slowly. MrBitter is in a very tricky situation right now. He's going to send quite a large pack of marine Zerglings out here now, and with no siege tanks actually deployed, they could do a fair amount of damage to get a nice surround on the marines. He is going to get a nice surround. They stim away, they do get away, but they get a nice engagement on the ramp here. Marines backed up into a corner though. The Zerglings can't get a full surround here, and so many of them are going to die here, and I'm actually worried for MrBitter right now. He's down to about 4 Zerglings here. SCV's clearing everything up, and now he's still stuck on this 1 base hit. Queen is patrolling here for some reason, not getting the injects off on here. I'm not sure what this is all about. As well as the 4 Zerglings patrolling here, I'm not entirely sure what this is all about. I'd have to ask him. I have no idea why this queen is patrolling here. It's stacked up 130 energy instead of injecting, and he's producing a queen here, and it's completely oversaturated. He's not even rebuilding his natural yet, probably because the egg was there. You can't actually build a hatchery if you're building an egg, just for the record. Medevac's now coming out here to support those marines, so no more overstimming happens. And it looks like the game is actually going to settle down for now. Is going to rebuild his main and his natural, if we can call this a main base anymore. The spawning pool and roach warren are slowly dying off of creep. Gonna send these 4 Zerglings around just to see if they can find any hidden expansion and things like that. They're not gonna find anything. Valy's still comfortably sitting on 2 base here. 3rd orbital is up now and gonna be double producing the SCVs on here. Well, actually triple producing if you count this one up here. We'll lift that off shortly to deploy it over here and get a nice production going on over here as well. Natural coming up for MrBitter at the moment, but still he's rather behind on drones. He's got 30 drones. Oh no, he's actually ahead in drones, but the supplies aren't looking good for him, and Valy's pushing out again with another menacing force, this time with medevac support, so no more overstimming is going to happen, and those marines are going to last so much longer, because as you know, units don't die if they get healed by medevacs. That's a true story. I remember seeing 2 Colossus against, what was it, 4 marines in a marauder getting healed by 2 medevacs. 2 Colossus lost with no micro from any player, and the Terran won. Just thought I'd throw that one out there. Marine's going to stim straight forward here, going to take out this hatchery almost instantly. MrBitter is actually supply blocked here at the moment, and all he's got left to defend with is just queens. There's 25 Zerglings out, but he's not going to be able to get a full surround. These siege tanks are in a very nice position here. Marine's going to stim up here, going to get pushed back from those Zerglings though. Going to run back to the defense of the siege tanks here. This one marine is just, he's keeping a rear guard. He's got it, don't worry. Marine's coming up forward now with the medevacs here, so they can get healed up quite nicely. And they're going to focus down the hatchery. Is MrBitter actually going to be able to save this? I'm not sure if he can. He's losing health very rapidly. Now targeting the drones and the queens and the Zerglings, and everything is dying, including the marines now. And MrBitter does save the hatchery. You see what I mean about these marines not dying? Like, they should be dead right now, and they're not. They're gonna kill a few more Zerglings. He should be dead right now. He should be dead right now, but he's not. So these tanks gonna sit here, clear up everything, and MrBitter's gonna GG out of there. Overall, well played game by Valy. Kept ahead in pretty decent ways. MrBitter obviously just didn't produce enough drones. He was producing units when he should have been producing drones, and he just couldn't keep on top of everything. So well played by both players, and hope you enjoyed that. Please like and comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. I like seeing the stats on my little page go up and up. It's quite nice to see. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying all of my casts that I'm doing, and like always, if you have any requests, just email me or send me a message on YouTube or comment asking for something, and I'll get around to it. So I'll see you guys next time.